What is up, guys? It's Scott with Neverhead back for another Metamaterials update, and finished today almost flat down, just a little bit down 4 cents on the day. Hope everyone had a nice long weekend here, and hopefully you didn't check Reddit too many times this weekend while the market was closed to occupy your degenerate tendencies like I did. But the market is back, and we have things to get over today. So we had a pretty crazy sell-off to start the day, and I was moderately nervous, but we did find a lot of support at the $5.13 mark, so not even getting all that close to the $5 mark and breaking down through there. That would have been very bad here. And then we since rallied pretty hard to end the day, back up almost where we started, and right now we're down 6 cents in the after hours here. Let's see what we finished the day with for RSI. Finished the day right at 50, so that is really solid. Broke above the 50 EMA line to finish the day. Love seeing that. MACDs look pretty solid at the close there. Quite a bit to get to today, so let's keep it rolling here. Moving over to Ortex, we can see utilization is back up through the roof here, 96.87%. Cost to borrow is, the same. Days to cover is up to 1 from a week ago. We were at 0.87 shares on loan. However, we are up 26.4%. Free float on loan again, up 26%. Short interest percentage of the float, 26%. We're going to get to a little bit why the free float on loan and short interest percentage, short interest percentage of the free float numbers are off a bit. We'll get to that in a minute. First, we got to go over to Fintel here, checking out that short interest here. Ooh boy, to start the day, 0 shares available to short. Up to an hour ago, high of the day, 80,000. So this thing is getting really thin. Really thin, and that borrow fee rate sitting in the mid 2s still. As we can see, that's been our kind of new set point here, around that 2.4 range. And let's see if we had any institutional buys. All right, just a couple last week. September 3rd, we had almost 11,000 picked up by Parametric Portfolio Associates, and today we had Newbridge Financial Services Group pick up a paltry 737. Moving on over to Chart Exchange, and let me see what the volume was. So volume is a little bit lower than we've been getting used to last week, only at 26.97 million shares traded, and of that we had 13.9 million on the dark pool here, 53.94% of that volume on the dark pool. And we have total short volume reported on this at 5.2 million, so not super high. But for September 3rd, we can see here, finally have some updated data on this. For Friday's trading, up to 55% of the shares traded were on the short side, and the short volume was 17.337 million. So we got another one here from Dramatic Shower 3028 from a couple hours ago. Shout out to this guy for the 700th time in the last couple of weeks. A checkmate to the shorts, the Galactic Bear Trap Part 1. First, we got a quick summary. The float is half of what we think it is, which means short interest of the float is double. The CEO of our favorite company has been busy playing 4D chess with the shorts, setting up a galactic bear trap. Most important thing here, the float is much smaller than we think, and that means the short interest percentage of the float is much higher than is being reported. Currently, the float is being reported as 231 million shares. He's surmising that the actual free float is only 109 million shares, and he got this straight from MMAT's own filings. So with the 280 million outstanding shares, we have both MMAT shares trading on the U.S. exchanges and MMAX trading on the Canadian exchange under an entirely different QSIP. MMAX is technically a subsidiary of MMAT. However, under an obscure tax law for Canadians, we present the exchangeable share structure. And so we have two entirely different stocks with entirely different QSIP numbers locked into their own individual exchanges, but only reporting one set of financials. Now, this is not the same thing as cross-listing a stock like we have with MMAT and other companies trading on German exchanges. This is its own animal and only possible to do with the Canadian exchanges, and everything we know about the outstanding shares, insider ownership, and free float is a lie. So back to the numbers here, 280 million outstanding shares. Institutional ownership is roughly 18 million, and the correct number is for institutional ownership is 53.16 million shares. None of the TRCH insiders sold their shares because of the merger. In fact, the CEO of TRCH is now the CEO of the Meta subsidiary MMAX. So we have TRCH insiders and Meta insiders diamond handing their shares. So the last number that we need to know is how many shares are locked into the Canadian exchange, because as of right now, these shares cannot be exchanged yet, although that is being worked on. These are shares that are being counted into outstanding shares but cannot technically be sold or traded as MMAT on the U.S. exchanges. Now, if we look up the MMAX listing, you can easily find the ticker and the data with the outstanding shares. So here we go, 105 million, and this is suspiciously close to what the MMATF listing looked like before the merger, and it's possible that a lot of websites and brokerage got lazy and kept the same statistics. And on the Cedar website, if you search MMAX or MMAT, you will find the information on those tickers and filings, but not anything official on MMAX share counts. However, if you search every company starting with M, this is what you see. This is the current listing. This is the defunct Metamaterial listing, the MMATF. Here we go. Metamaterial Inc. ceased reporting. This is MMAX's number of shares outstanding, 99.6 million as of June 29th, right before the merger there, or actually that would be right after the merger. Yeah, following the close of the merger, they had only one filing that shows how many shares went to MMAT in the US and how many went to MMAX on the Canadian exchange. And here we go. So we have 180 million for MMAT, 99.6 on MMAX, 53 for insiders. Institutions got 18 million, and we're counting the free float is 109 million. So the 280 million shares outstanding is actually 109 million. So if we have a current short interest of 21.4 million, then the short interest percentage of the free float is about 20%. So this is where it gets important. Anyone shorting this stock, assuming that we have a free float of 230 million, is going to be in for an extremely unpleasant surprise when they go to cover and retail is diamond handing the 109 million shares in the free float. Everyone's data is wrong, and we'll probably see a slew of FTDs in the near future. Look at the volume on this. And we've been over 20 million for the last week and a half, and I mean, I think we got to 100-ish million, or high 70s on Friday at least. The on-balance volume indicator suggests that no one is selling, and we are trading over half the float during our high volume days. So moral of the story here is the gamma squeeze is going to be much more powerful than we originally thought. Shorties are going to have a much harder time finding shares soon, and hedgies are fucked. Like I've been saying, all good things here, guys. Anyways, that is just about going to do it for this one. So as always, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more updates on Metamaterials as well as other stocks and tokens we like. And I thank you guys so much for watching this far, and I'll see you in the next video.